Hello, Water. Thank you so much for 9 months of being here. Wobbly, can you actually send me a message to send you over the rest of your lily pics? I still haven't edited them, but I can literally edit them today. I'm not really doing much today. I was going to work today anyways, but... hi, everyone. Thank you, Water. Appreciate that. Cheese, what's up? Dream, what's up? God, Seabass, what's up, dude? Bear, what's up? Bestis? Jishi? Captimus Prime, how you doing, my friend? Coop, how you doing? I'm tired today, guys. I was walking around yesterday. There's been... If I'm being honest, I don't even know if I want to talk about half this stuff, but all I can really say is I'm in need of a break. I think I am so stressed out for like 13,000 reasons that at this point here, I'm just like in need of like a good stream with some cool people and then to not think about anything. You know when like life just throws like one thing after another, like you don't get a break? So, Micah, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 41 months. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Discord Kitten. What's up, Gargle? How you doing, man? Warfinger, what's up, dude? I have a Kit Kat. Kit Kat sounds nice. Yeah, it's been like one thing after another, where you don't get to relax when life takes you to pound freaking down. Yeah, pretty much. Please show the back of the 8X. When I take it out, God. We haven't unboxed it yet. Let's have a peaceful time and build a keeb. Yeah. Also, I want to... Actually, I'll talk about this later, but thank you guys for being here today. Yeah, I just need, like, things to chill for, like, literally 5 business days. You know what I mean? Give me 5 business days of calm, and then I can go back to one thing after another life. I'm just tired, man. It's like you don't get to rest. You go through this. Every few years, I feel like I go through this, but it's that time of year again, I suppose. Going on vacation? The whole community go on vacation? Wait, is the China community on vacation right now? I think the community does need a little bit of vacation. A lot of arguing lately. And that's actually, dude, can I say something? The last like few days also, I've just been going through like, you know, other Discords and like this part of the like outside pieces of our own Discord for the keyboard community. And bro, thank you guys. Our Discord, you know, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but my God, it is such a calm place to be. Like, legitimately, it is so much more calm than I think we even give it credit for. My goodness, man. I don't think I want to deal with the stress of having to, like, constantly mod and just, like, letting things run amok, you know? Best I can do is 3 or 4 business days? I'll take that even, man. You look stressed? It's because I am, Keeb. Just too many things going on, man. It's like... But, well, there's stuff related to, like, what I do. So, like, you know, shipping delays. Like, today, actually, it's supposed to be a totally different board, but UPS deciding to hold it hostage for some reason. Shipping delays, just, like... people arguing about stupid things. Name-calling, which is, like, dumb. And then you got this, like... mentality that a lot of people have, which I'm not afraid to call out, which is just like this mentality people have in this hobby. So, well, I mean, any hobby, because I saw this in the audio hobby too when I was in it too. It's just like, oh my God, nobody knows to just like mind their own fucking business sometimes. I see so many people just like jump on other people's shit, you know? And you know what? I get it, it's public. Sometimes people's shit is public. And like, you really want to weigh in on it because that's the cool, trendy thing to do, but just like fucking mind your own business. No, not today's drama, just other things. Today's drama is dumb on another reason. That was also stupid, but I'm glad to find a harmonious place. Recently, there's been a big battle in China's keyboard community and everyone is arguing around. Yeah, I mean, that's probably adding to some of the stress, God, but yeah, I get you, man. Yo, what's up, sis? How you doing, man? I just gotta say, like, everyone just needs to, like, chill. Everyone just needs to, like, fucking take a breath. That's all. That's it, dude. A lot of people on that toxic bell curve, I get it too, because, like, you know, shit around the world's stressful right now. Like, you know, relationships between countries are stressful, getting things in people's hands is stressful, the job market's stressful, everything's stressful. But, yeah, it is it is crazy sometimes seeing the arguments some people do, and then just how far people are willing to push their arguments, and it devolving
Take
into
a fucking breath, you
stupidity,
nincompoops.
For real, you toy. For real, dude. Thank you so much for 30, bro. Appreciate the 30 months of being here, bro. Yeah, it's bad though, man. And then other things, just like life throwing curveballs. It's like one expense after another with certain things, like crazy, dude. It's frustrating. But on some more positive notes, thank you guys for being the community we are. One thing I can positively say, obviously there are people who will join in and not be like, you know, civilized in a lot of ways. But thank you guys for like, not jumping to conclusions right away with things. Like, I think a lot of people in our community realize there's always two sides to a story. For being open-minded, for not being ignorant, and for recognizing what are preferences and what are objective things you should probably get upset about. On top of just being like a way more calm community. Seriously, guys. Like, after today and yesterday and the day before, because that's kind of when it started, some other stuff, not the stuff that you guys probably think of, but just I started realizing, like, I already knew we were great. But like, God, dude, it is so nice being in like a very chill community, man. Like, so fucking nice, dude. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate the 6 months. And Blue Jay, all of everyone's business is my business, and I'm the only one who's ever correct, and all of you are wrong. You're beautiful, Alex. Thank you, Blue Jay. So nice.
All of everyone's business is my business, and I'm the only one that is ever correct. All of you are wrong. You're beautiful, Alex. Less than 3.
Yeah. The hobby's so small, and the drama's continuous and a lot. It really is, man. Jens has been watching your videos for a while now, but this is my first time watching your live stream. Love your videos and keep up the awesome work. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Dean says that's why I took a step back. Yeah, and that's all I can do. Like, actually, a few people reached out to me today, and we were talking about that, and someone said, like, thank you for at least like, leading by example. And dude, it's because I don't want to live a stressful life. I don't know why people want to live stressful lives, or like people say they don't want to be in stressful lives, but then, you know, add to their own stress. But I don't want to. So it's why I just try to make our community very like chill, because I don't care to sit there. Like, when I get stressed, I get like weird body like stuff that happens. I just don't like it. So honestly, the whole keyboard community has been so nice to me. Sure, there's some sour apples, but y'all are so nice. It's because we love each other here. The chill side of the keyboard community is the only way we progress in this hobby. Finding the right people really makes this hobby worthwhile. It's so true, dude. What happened this morning? Well, I mean, I don't really feel like chit-chatting too much about it, because truthfully, it's none of my business. And honest to God, here's the thing too, like, objectively, we're only reading what 2 people are putting out. Which I don't think is even, like, I think that has its biases on its own, you know? So is there really any reason why any of us should weigh in other than to speculate? And I think speculating is kind of dangerous when, you know, we don't know 100% of what's going on. So no, I don't know if we should truly speculate. I think it's fruitless. Do I vertical my GPU or not? Yes. No, I don't. God, I'm not talking so much about anyone, you know, like, it's everyone's side of things that, like, when there's arguments to get brought up onto the internet, like, okay, for example, here's something. I don't mean to start, I'll just tell you guys one thing that pissed me off that happened the other day. Basically, someone sent me a long email about space cables and how they got burned by space cables. And I know that person who sent me the email, right? And they're just like, how could you give space cables, like, even the benefit of the doubt for the month that I did, because we didn't know what happened to space cables, and who knows, it could have been anything. It was his first time kind of like fucking up in a lot of ways. And I asked that person, why are you so quick to kind of like crucify one brand, but then, for example, when it came to like Lubed or some of the other brands that have continuously fucked up over the years, why were you so adamant to give them second chances? And to me, the answer will always be biases, A, and then B, it's just like, there's no true understanding of things. It's kind of just like they're following the social wave of things because it was kind of cool to, like, you know, hate on someone. So it just, stuff like that, like, just bothers me to my core, man. There are three sides to the story. Their side, your side, and the truth. Love that, bro. So fucking true. People love to simplify situations into a painting. Oh yeah, into painting one person as evil. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said this morning. Things aren't black and white. I said that in sub chat this morning. So like, don't jump to conclusions for either party when it comes to things. Also, we're doing a KBD fans board today. Like I said, UPS is holding my shit hostage, as per the normal. So, a little frustrating there. But we're doing a KBD8x. This is actually something that I got a long time ago. This is a personal build. I have yet to build this. I don't know if they ended up selling these. So, this is a very, very interesting project today. It's a CEM PCB we're using. So this is CEM. Very, very cool. Yeah, the cream PCB is really cool. And then I'll show you guys the board. The board's also a bit special as well. But look at this PCB. So this is, I think, the non-standard KBD one, like KBD8x Mark III PCB. As you can see, I believe the diodes are different on this one. You can see the larger diodes, which I really, really appreciate. And I think the whole layout of the PCB is different too. Like at least the trace layout. Super cool though. Being in a VTuber community really made me fed up with any drama, so I just don't look into them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. So this is the PCB we're going to be doing. Take a look at this case though. Again, I don't think KBD fans sold this. I think this was supposed to be listed at one point, but then they never ended up selling it. They do offer the CEM PCB. They do. Now, take a look at this. It is a KBD fans with a hand-finished raw aluminum that I think is going to look super, super sexy on this. It's kind of neat. It has like a bit of a texture to it. Obviously, I think once we put the PCB in, it'll kind of clean up the edges a bit. But it's not your standard raw. Like, look at this. Let me zoom in. It's not, like, the cool thing about this is it's not like really your standard type of raw finish. As you can see even where they hand finished the raw on the inside. So at one point it was your shiny raw, but it looks like what they did was they took like, you know, steel wool per se, and they kind of just like finished it more. So it has all these kind of like scratchy looks to it. Look at that. Isn't that neat? And I almost forgot I had this because I don't think this ever got released, but they did tell me it was hand finished, and then this really beautiful weight on the back. You see the lines? Yeah, you see that? The raw looks so nice too. Gotta say, I do love my pine green one. I have two KBD Fan 8Xs. Like one I got and then one was sent to me, this one here. And I love the KBD Fan 8X Mark III. Although this one here doesn't have that little LED thing on it. But my god, that is a pretty finish. In the knife world, this is called stone-washed finish. Well, this is gonna turn out sweet. I'm very excited. And then we're gonna put some of these switches inside here, my Type Plus switches. Now, here's the other thing, is they've changed the plate files since last I've used this. And by change the plate files, I mean I have an updated half plate where they've removed, look at this. They've removed the, I think I'm gonna use the half plate today. The space bar parts over here. So, I think the half plate will be great on this. They still have the old plates, like I still have an old plate here where they still have the tabs underneath the space bar. But this could be really cool. So I'm pretty excited to give this a go. What do you guys think? This sounds cool? Yeah, it's gonna be sweet, dude. I think the switches will match with the case really nice too. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a personal build, so we're gonna not really rush to build this today. We're gonna take our time. Some other news, I did treat myself. Well, it was on sale, but we got one of those mocha pots finally. And I made mocha pot actually. I made just a little bit of coffee. Not a whole lot, because I already had some coffee. But I made a little bit of it. Tastes really good. I have to admit, I think this is so good. I've missed having this. I've missed it. It's delicious. It's like way stronger than pour over, but not quite espresso. It's like that really good in between. Plus with half plate, I'd imagine it'll bring out more of the CM PCB even more. Yeah, I've never tried this combination before because I don't really get a lot of half plates. But dude, look at this PCB one more time. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Look how sweet this PCB looks. Look at that. Look at that. I've got my wife some espresso gear for Mother's Day. Pretty stoked so she can start making me fancy drinks. Let's go. Is that next week? I heard in some parts of the world it's today. Look at that. That is a sweet PCB. This is basically a personal build. It's because I had asked when we were doing some KBD fan stuff a while ago, I had asked if they can send me an 8X. Realistically, I was like, can I just have a replacement part for something that I had been working on? And they're like, hey, we have something special we want to send you. And I was like, that'd be super cool. So they sent me this over. So not really doing a review today because we've already looked at the board. So it's just going to be a personal build today. But you know what? I literally almost forgot we had this. That was the crazy part. Even the KBD Fans PCB has better layout compatibility than Matrix. Yeah, it does. But dude, there's a lot of compat on this. But super pumped to try the CM PCB with this. Super, super excited. All right, let's get some stabs prepped, shall we, guys? The PCB has a deep sound, which I'm kind of pumped for. I think it'll be nice. Also, these are the final batches of my, like, production batches of my switches. So I haven't actually tried the production batch of my switch. So that's what we're going to be doing today, too. Should be really, really fun. One sec, guys. Okay, are they pre-lubed? Yes, I'm pretty sure they're all the pre-lubed ones. Alex, I tried ordering the pencil boxes for keycaps. The first order got stuck in shipping purgatory. The second they sent me a $160 walker. Huh? How do they... That's a pretty big fuck up. What? How do they... I don't really get that one. That's a... Hey man, that's interesting to me. I was so confused seeing that box outside. What? How does that even happen, man? That is so strange. Recently bought this PCB in a half CF plate and half aluminum plate. I forgot I already bought one. I need to build it. I'm hoping this will help me decide how to configure it. Oh, I'm hoping so too, DBS. Since you're using Type Plus tabs, could you please show us how the wire sits in the casing? I'm not using them today. Do you want me to use them today, Supernova? You know what? Fuck it. I'll use them today. I'll do it for you, Supernova. I was using cherry clippings for that one. Let me get a batch for you, my friend. Let's see. I don't know if this is a brand new batch. No, it's not. Okay, 1 sec. 1 sec while I find a brand new batch here. I think I have a brand new batch somewhere here. Supernova is Alex's fave. I love all of you guys equally. Please, except him. All right, here's a new batch. I think this is like one of my last 2 batches here, so I got to be a little bit more considerate going forward with these. The best purchase I've made for my PC is those magnetic fans that snap and work together off of one cable. Oh, dude. Fuck, I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. Oh no, the switch names. Actually, me and Mike had to decide. We had to pull the trigger and make a decision on the switch name. Here, I'll tell you what me and Mike decided. We're calling them granite switches. We had to think of something because we needed to start doing some stuff for like packaging and whatnot. So we decided on granite. We kind of had to think of the naming scheme and like a quick amount of time, and I was going through that stream where we were talking, and someone had said granite, and I think that's as close as we can get to what I want it to be without being exactly the same as some other people's naming schemes. No real special tips for Type Plus stabs. I mean, here, I'll go through like a quick walkthrough for you guys. So, what I recommend doing, all right, this is the easiest part. Get the case, think of it as left and right, all right? So we're gonna start with the left. You're gonna get the stem and the housing on the left. Next, I just grab a bit of lube, and we're just gonna coat the inside, as I normally do, all 4 walls, all right? Then you grab your stem. It's the side with the only square hole in it, okay? You slide that in. What I like to do is I like to pull it through, and then I like with the brush, whatever residual lube was on it, I just go and I coat all 4 sides of the stem. Now you can put this one here down. You're gonna do the same to the right. Are there HMX switches called granite too? Ain't no way. I looked it up, I didn't see any. Don't say that to me, Toxic. Don't say that, bro, please. So the square hole goes in the square. So the square goes in the square hole, yes. So again, we're gonna push it through, and then we're gonna pull it through here. And again, residual lube on the housing. Now, I'll use the, what's it called? The spacebar wire here to demonstrate. So what I like doing beforehand is you're gonna put a little bit of lube on this. Now, I know Kevin released a great guide as well, but this is my, variation of doing this. You only need lube in 2 spots. To make it simplified though, I will just show you the easy way to do this. Just put your lube on the final bend over here, okay? And then just brush it all the way to the other bend. And just coat this entire side of the wire. You don't need a lot. This switch performs really good with this stab performs really, really good with a little bit of lube. So I'm gonna put actually a little bit more because it was kind of light. But I would say get it to this point here where it just has a bit of lube. And again, you only need a little bit towards the second bend, which is closest to where it snaps in. So now you're gonna get the side that you lubed. You're gonna get your corresponding side of the switch over here, or the stab housing. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hook it in vertically like this. All right, hook it in, pull up, pull back a little bit, and then push down. And that's basically how I kind of get them in there. So, same thing goes with the other side. Let me just show you, we'll just quickly lube it here. It's a little bit too much lube actually. So again, let's zoom in actually as much as I can here. You're just gonna vertically hook it in. So vertically hook in, pull out, and then just push. So right there, and then that's it. And then they should look like this underneath where the little hook goes through the little L. Bam. And that's it. That is basically how to do that. That is the simplest way I can show you. There's no hack to this. It is just hooking in, twist, and then push. It's a pretty simple motion, but the important part is to do left and right side. So left first, you grab the stem and the housing from the left, then the right. First time I used these, I remarked how organized the box is before dumping all the parts without realizing specifically left and right. The first time I did this as well, they were in bags, and I had no idea how to actually do them, and I learned afterwards. Can you use your influence to get Type Plus to make a clip-in version? Aren't they doing that already? I swear to God, someone told me they were doing that, but I can ask them, for sure. Are these the Bauer stabs? Oh, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Thank you, very informative. Anytime, guys. I'm always here to teach you guys the things I've learned. I hope that helped, though, to everyone who's wondering. That is the easiest way. Hook, twist, push. And these are probably, like I said, one of the nicest stabs. This and night stabs. If you're willing to spend a bit more of a premium on stabs, definitely these two. And then if you want something on a budget, cherry clip-ins. That is the easiest way to get good stabs, is one of these two stabs here. They're just very easy to do. Can you teach us how to keep your polished keys clean? Polished? What do you mean by that? If I buy cherry stabs with C3 wires, are they always going to clip in the PCB mounted? Sorry, if I buy cherry stabs with C3 wires, are they always going to be the clip-in PCB mounted that you normally use? It should be exactly the same, just different wires. Should be exactly the same, though. How? For which one? Sorry, KB? TY? Anytime. Anytime, Dream. But yeah, so yesterday, guys, really strange. We went on a really long walk just to get us moving a little bit. And I didn't really do anything yesterday. Like, yesterday was very much like a mental reset day. I tried to get it to be a mental reset day, but, you know, things come up anyways. And when we got home, I don't know what happened, dude. But, like, I went to go change. And then I finally sat down, and all of a sudden, like, my head just started, like, sharp pain. And I'm like, what is this, a headache I have right now? And dude, it was sort of like a little headache. So nice. So, Supernova, that is insanely kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for 6 months in advance at a tier 2, bro. But yeah, my head, that little headache thing, whatever happened, like as soon as I literally sat down, it just, like, I felt its sharp pain. It's still there today. Yeah, I think it is a bit of a migraine. I think I've just been really stressed, like, the last, like, few days. But burnout is real. Burnout, headaches, and migraines. I don't know if it's so much burnout, but, like, it's like I'm still loving streaming and I love working. I think I did some self-reflecting, and I don't mean to make you guys, like, you know, my therapist or something, but legitimately, though, I think it's just I need some stuff to calm down. Like, I just need life to be a bit more smooth. There's been too many bumps that I've been trying to navigate, and I think I've just succumbed to that now. So, God, take care, man. Have a good night. Did you end up picking up an HHKB? I did. I was actually going to do that today, but I decided against it just because, like, I really wanted to build this. But we'll actually, if we have some time, I'll take a look at it after this too. Stress kills. Remember to get some good sleep and hydrate. Yeah. I definitely will. What is the consensus on HMX Sonias? I love them. I think they're really nice. Definitely a nice step in a different direction for HMX. Supernova. Oh my god, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Supernova, I seriously hope it helped, though, the explanation there. I don't know if it did or not, but I'm hoping it did. Thank you, though, man. That's very kind. Okay, we're done this guy. But, yeah. Other than that, guys, it's been good. I'm hoping for some more consistent weather soon, so I can actually go outside and take pictures again. Our weather, like, Saturday I really wanted to go and do some photography, but the weather just kind of, like, changed on a dime. So we went out for, like, a small little, like, what do you call it when it's, like, between lunch and dinner? Well, as a kid, I always called it dinner, but, you know, lunch, dinner combined. But I feel like that's a stupid way to explain it. Lunch and dinner is brunch? Isn't that more like a breakfast lunch thing? A snack? No, it's a full meal. Late lunch? I have heard people call it late lunch. Yeah, so we did that. That was the thing we did yesterday. I'm about to order yet another Paper 80 kit. Should I? It's up to you, my friend. I think it was a fun board. I really liked that board, actually. And thank you again, Supernova. I'm glad it helped, bro. A snacky snack? I'm having significant FOMO on soldering. Should I take the leap and start to learn? Here's my 2 cents on it. Ready for this, Baron? Why not? You can buy a pine saw, and you can buy... Those pine saws are like, what, $20, $50, $30? And then you can buy a little roll of solder. You don't need to buy the big roll. You can buy those little tubes that just have enough to do like a few keyboards. Try it. If you hate it, you just move on. That's it. And I think you don't need to invest any more money. The only thing I would invest in, which you don't have to, you can always just solder outside, is if you're going to use leaded solder, get like an extraction fan, or just solder outside and put a mask on. That's it. That's my only 2 things I would suggest actually considering. But whew, I literally got a regular fan open in the window to blow it out. Yeah, I mean, even when I first started doing it, I had a window open most of the time, and I would just solder with the window open. But it's a really rewarding thing to do.
Can't stick around today, but have a great stream.
Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it, man. It's really, really rewarding to learn to solder because, dude, you know what's crazy? I learned because of this hobby, and then I ended up using it in other things in my life. Like, it was a really cool thing when I had a family member come to me with like a broken light bulb, or not a light bulb, sorry, a broken like light fixture, and I opened it up, and I found that the reason it stopped working was because some of the wires had become like they just broke off of the PCB. So I soldered them back on and it worked again. And it was like this very rewarding feeling of like knowing how to also fix something using some of the tools and like skills I learned in the keyboard hobby, believe it or not. So it kind of made me happy that I was able to kind of translate those skills to other things too. I feel relaxed assembling other things like house, like, dude, same, man. Even with other things, I feel super confident with things. Thank you again, though, Austin. I really appreciate it, man. And I hope you have a good day, bro. Seriously. Even though you can't stick around. Really appreciate you stopping by. I learned soldering from switches, or from switching out pickups on electric guitars. Oh, dude. I mean, that's also awesome that you were able to learn it from that, too. Super, super neat. Can you use solder to fix... Can you use solder to fix the relationship between me and my sleep schedule? Only if you can fix mine first. I've been desperately trying to fix it, bro. I don't know how you've been feeling lately, but I've been desperately trying to fix it. I fell asleep nice yesterday, though. Yesterday was like a good fall asleep on time kind of day. Finally. Did you get the S100, by the way? S100. Which one's the S100? Sorry? Can we elaborate? My brain is like half not here today. Oh, the intro. No, I did get to keep it. Here's the thing, though. I had a friend who his keyboard broke. And he came over and I was like, just take one of these. And he took the intro. So I don't have it anymore. But it's going to a home. Let's say that. Normally I don't really do that, but it was nice to give to a friend who needed a computer or needed a keyboard and was a bit of a tough place, you know. My keyboard broke too just now. Guys, if I could, I'd give you guys all keyboards. Can I have a free keyboard, please and thanks? Guys, I give away so many free keyboards, please. I bet they enjoy the heck out of it. I hope so. I spoke to them the other day, and they said they were really enjoying it. They said it's so interesting actually having like something well put together. Mostly to Adam. True, I guess. I'm not going to argue with you on that, dude. My frickin' I key was double pressing so I replaced the switch. Are you sure it's just not the diode or something? Did you like break a trace or something too, Ava, when you replaced it? Oh, is it a hot swap? Yeah, it's probably pushed out of place then. What color was mine? It was orange, I think. I don't remember now. I actually have a keyboard, like a 100% keyboard we're going to be giving away next giveaway. I'm opening up an aquarium. I guess aquarium or aquarium. What's aquarium? And I mostly have aquarium. Okay, and I mostly have koi, but I would love for a manta or two. Hey, yo, you got me in the first half, my guy. Not gonna lie. The seal, yeah, it would be the seal. The QK I can also give away, but that wasn't a true 100. People don't actually call it a 100. I've been told people don't love the fact that it's missing a few buttons. But yeah, the seal's going to be the next big giveaway one. I think that's going to be like the top prize type thing, because that was a nice board too. I was waiting for the seal the whole December giveaways. Yeah, the seal the reason why I didn't give it away then is because I wasn't sure if we were able to keep it. But now that they've let me keep it, I think we're going to give it away. So we'll find a good home for it with someone here next giveaway. Next big giveaway will probably be midsummer. So if you guys want to stick around for like late July, maybe sometime in August. No, the Bina, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to give the Bina away, it has a bunch of scratches on the back that was kind of done in transit a little bit that I noticed afterwards. So that's not something I feel super comfy giving away unless someone really doesn't care that there's a whole bunch of like cosmetic damage to it. But it's more than normal. The box it was shipped in was not in great condition either, so. Are people having FOMO on the seal? I think people are. Oop. My hands are shaky. New workboard, hint, hint. Okay, I'm picking up your drift. I'll buy the banged up board for $50. Damn, dude. We're gonna auction it? Alright, let's put some of these guys in now. Do one at a time here so it doesn't slip out. Okay, if you guys don't care, maybe we'll do a giveaway for the Bina eventually as well. The Bina was nice. I have to admit, I think that was one of my favorite boards visually. Oh god, huh? Also, I'm gonna vent to you guys about one thing. It's not a bad thing, by the way. It's kind of just like a mini vent on a piece of commentary I received. And so basically someone was watching the Manta video, and I mean this actually happens quite often. Usually I just kind of scoff, but I feel like with this one here I was kind of like scoffing more. But like they were just like, oh, if only the key, you know, when people go, I love this board, if only it was like, if only X bit was different by X amount. Some people take that to the next level and they'll be like, I love the board. And then they kind of like in their rant about what they changed, they would change the entire board. So someone actually made that rant. They were just like, oh dude, the Manta is so cool. I just wish it didn't have the fin, and I wish you would change all the mounting styles to this. And I was like, that's not at all what, like, it was just one of those things where it's just like you don't know what to say. And they still liked the project. I was talking to them at length about it because it was some Discord stuff. I was just like, man, that is just like, I don't know what to say to that, dude. Yeah, so making a new board, I know, dude. I was like, what do I even say to this? One of those funny moments. Stumble on my words because I don't know what to say. I love burgers. I would just replace the bread with pasta and this patty with tomato sauce. That is a great way to word it too. Like, it wasn't harmful anyway, you know? It was just kind of like, huh? I love keyboards. I just wish they didn't have switches, keycaps. Hell, even PCBs annoy me. Oh, man. That's so true. Oh, speaking of mice. Okay, so I've also been trying a new glass desk pad from Wallhack. Yo. The glass desk pad paired with, I'm using the Ponage mouse on the gaming rig right now. So I played a little bit of video games yesterday. Huge difference. I gotta say, I am loving that combo. Loving it. It just glides like crazy. I gotta bring it down here to show you guys one day, but insane combo. Like, to me, maybe because I'm so used to the cloth desk pads, I was using an Asus glass pad, but for some reason it didn't track very well. Like, it just was okay. Really, really liking the combination there. I don't think I'd want to switch back to a regular cloth desk pad. I also think it's beneficial that, well, okay, I don't know how clean you guys are, but even though I try to keep my place clean with those, normal desk pads, I find they get kind of dusty and dirty quick. The nice thing about the glass is I can just wipe it down, which has been like kind of a godsend for me right now. So I've been using a glass pad for like the last 8 months. The previous one was the Asus, but I just switched to the Wallhack one. Loving it, dude. I don't know how to start researching what mouse to get. I'm sort of going through it right now. So if you guys have questions, I can try to help. I have the SP004 and I love it to death. The Asus glass pad, I had to return because the finish was horrible and scratched. That's what I noticed about mine as well, Logan. Because I also own the Asus one. So right now, sounds good, Zany. Right now, for mice, number one spot out of all the mice, maybe we'll do a tier list one day, because I actually think I can properly do a tier list. I've been on a mouse train of doing different things with mice. As someone who plays games casually, but I also think I'm decent at games. Like, I don't think I'm terrible. Definitely not professional. The end game gear is still so far my favorite. Elquan's here, man. He's always here. He's like, whenever I mention a mouse, he just happens to tune in. Second place right now. So endgame gear is still number one. Second place, I very much like the Sora V2 still. And I think that's, sensor-wise, I honestly feel like they all sort of feel the same sensor-wise. And I'm also using most of the mice on either 4K, 2K, or if I have to use 8K, I use it, but most of them I just turn down. So it's usually up to 4K. I don't even bother going to 8K anymore because I don't notice a perceivable difference when I'm playing video games. Second place, Sora. It might be dethroned by the Ponage mouse. I think that mouse there, despite some controversies they're having right now with their patented, what is that thing called? The thing that rises up and down, the sensor, the adjustable sensor. Apparently they were having some controversy with that. I haven't even tried adjusting it yet, but I like the shape of that mouse. Now, here's the thing. It might dethrone second place for me because I just feel like it's a nice mouse. It feels good. This mouse that I got in a few days ago, I'm going to bring upstairs to try as well. But for some reason, I don't know what it is about this, I really like the feeling of this one. And I have a strange feeling, because I can already tell even just when I'm doing work, this might dethrone everything. I think maybe the WL mouse might dethrone everything. It's still very difficult for me to... The endgame gear is still like number one. I just like the clicks and I really like the shape. The only thing the endgame gear is like negatives for me, the finish on it, it gets really oily really quickly. At least the black finish. Apparently the other finish doesn't. But the scroll wheel on the endgame gear is just awful compared to the rest of the mice I've been trying. And that matters to me. So I've not been liking the scroll wheel on that mouse at all, dude. Which is a bit of a shame when you really think of it. No, I like it more because it's those reasons. Not because it's orange, okay? And then actually, I've been using the Glacier from Chilkey. I like the Glacier. The Glacier was nice too. I would say that's an easy, like, fourth place. I have more mice than just that. So I can maybe write a tier list one day of stuff I've been enjoying mouse-wise. But I think I've been using about 6 or 7 different mice on rotation just to try. Again, I'm by no means a professional gamer, so don't come at me. I haven't tried Zowie stuff yet. I've tried a bunch of Razer mice. I have the Asus mouse as well. I have a bunch of Logitech ones, and then I even have the Lamzu, which the Lamzu, I would say like that's definitely up there for me as well. Probably, you know what? Maybe that fits in better as a number 3 or number 4. SwiftPoint Z2? No, I'm still very new to this whole space. For both, Naveed. I think I'm going to do both. Because I don't think office mice I don't know. Honestly, I prefer using these for the office. Like, I know they're not as ergonomic as some of the other ones, but as someone who sits on my ass all day and works on this computer, like, dude, I've tried the ergonomic stuff, and I much prefer this stuff here, man. Everyone's different, though. Everyone's different. The rubber shit is melting off so bad now. Oh, dude, I'm done with Logitech. Fully done with their MX Master series. Fully done. You know what? Maybe I'll do a tier list for that. I feel like those are, as much as they are preference-based, I do feel like there's some objectivity for maybe if you have a particular hand size, but even though the mouse scene is very preference-based. I have not heard of that brand, Toxic. Is there a good alternative to a work mouse? There are a few, but I've never tried them. I just only heard about them.
Waited for the mouse talk to finish perchance. Now, in the beginning I heard you're stressed, Alex. Don't
Yes.
be stressed, here's a super cool idea.
Okay.
How about we make numbers have the same amount of letters as they represent? Ready? It's 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, shakes, svin, 80, nahinia, tozo, ilvihin, tuxwellview. Anyways, the government doesn't want you to know this, but the ducks in the park are free. You can take them home. I now have 237 ducks. Perchance.
Thanks for the tip at the end there, Zany. I honestly didn't know that they were free. I thought you had to pay for them, and I wasn't too sure. So, thank you, Zany. TTS needs tariffs? No, I can't raise them up anymore. Perchance. Remember the good old days when it was 1 bit for a TTS? And then everyone abused the fuck out of it? Who remembers the good old days? Wasn't even that long ago. And you know what's crazy? I had it at 1 bit for like ever too. And then one day everyone decided to abuse the fuck out of it. That was painful? Yep. Thank you again, Zany. I appreciate it, man. Time to respect Remembrance. Is today Remembrance Day? I thought... Oh, maybe in other parts of the world. I thought that was in November or something. Maybe I'm wrong. In the Netherlands? Oh, okay. Yes, take your moment of silence and be thoughtful, my friend. Zany speaks the truth and only the truth. Alright. This is done. Let's put away these screws. It's May the 4th indeed today. Star Wars Day. I was considering using a Star Wars keycap set, but... Actually, we could use a Star Wars keycap set. Ooh. Dude, I just had a... Okay, maybe I'll do this another day. I have a really sick idea for this. We could actually move Boba Fett over. I think Boba Fett would be a better choice for this. I was going to actually use Moto Light. I actually prepped Moto Light for today, but maybe we'll switch over Boba Fett instead. Any advantage to screw-ins over clip-ins? Some. If you really want to get into the minutia of it, like the nitty-gritty, screw-ins have one big advantage in which some O-ring builds work, just natively with clip-ins. So you have that advantage unless the board's designed around O-rings working with screw-ins. The other advantage screw-ins have is they just pop into the PCB. One advantage that screw-in has, every PCB is a little different. Screw-ins have the advantage of you can put a washer underneath pretty easily and then screw it in and have it really secure against your PCB, meaning any sort of like vibration or rattling that might happen, maybe because it's a 1.5 mil PCB because you got some like weird oddity on your PCB, you won't have like some weird stab rattle from like a clip-in. There are obviously ways to circumvent that, but it's a little easier to do with a screw-in stab. So for that reason, I typically recommend screw-ins to a lot of people. It's just easier to kind of screw something in, have a washer to close any gaps, and call it a day. Past that, I think screw-ins for some people are a little easier to kind of like put together, because sometimes with clip-ins, they pop out for people, or people struggle to put them in, or something breaks on them. So using a washer is good practice. It's not always necessary, it's just good practice. The reason I say that, so I'm on a solder PCB right now. We don't want, this one here is actually not too bad. Actually, this might be a problem. If I didn't put the washer, they're clear washers, but that screw, if it comes in contact with the contact pad, it might trigger an additional key, which we don't want. Some are more apparent than others, but it's just good practice to have for safety's sake. Even if you're using a hot swap where nothing can get shorted, it also just helps close any gap that is left from the PCB and stabilizer. So I used to be on train, don't use them for a lot of builds because they don't need them. Now I am on train, good practice. It's a good thing to do, just do it. And I've been like that for a while. The PCB looks edible, like honey. Someone said it looked like honey before. Recommendation for a switch with good factory lube? Anything from the new stuff from HMX, SWK, KeyGeek's been hit and miss, but I'd still recommend KeyGeek. And then if you're patient, I'd wait for the new Type Plus stuff too that has the factory lube. I think, not to be biased, but I think the new factory lube stuff from Type Plus has been very consistent. We'll see as we go forward. I'm using one of the Type Plus ones right now, and they're pretty nice. I'll show you guys. These are done with a different type of lube. But I would say those are probably your best bet. Yeah, these are like pretty darn consistent everywhere. They're done with a dry lubricant. Yeah, just kind of looking at them. Very perfect. Very nice. Okay. Now, start popping in some stuff here. Yeah, that's right. What am I doing? Perfect. Wuche Studios are good factory lube. Oh yeah, the WS stuff. I don't know what they're calling their switches now. They honestly have been pretty good too. I will give Wuche some big props. Wuche makes good switches and switch accessories. Their keyboard stuff has always been a little hit and miss with like Western markets, but I have to give it to Wuche. They definitely succeed in making like some good springs, good switches. I like their stuff. Obviously, all preference, but oh, did this one here? Oh, that's a different switch entirely. I might have taken that by accident from something here. I know they put some samples for other things. Okay. Anyone else having dud HMX switches regarding muted sounds? Dud HMX switches? What's going on? Yes, inside. Being consistent is the best thing. Yes, consistency with switches surpasses a lot of other things too. Is it just too much lubricant in that? HMX is usually on the louder side. Typically, I'd say, yeah. Agree with that. Typically a little bit louder. Do I ever use Holy Mods? No, even when Holy Mod was popular, I tried it, and I was like, I don't get why people like this. Even on the long term of Holy Mod anything, Holy Mod, because it uses like stuff that, okay, for example, if you're doing it with a Band-Aid, like a lot of people do, the Band-Aid will eventually deteriorate, and then the lube will sink through, and 1, 2, 3, and now you have to redo the whole entire thing. So, and they sound worse and feel worse than ever before. So I typically don't recommend anything with Holy Mod. I don't think it's a good modification. Like, objectively, I don't think it is. It's not even a preference thing. If it works for you, it works for you. But I think in the long term, it'll end up hurting your stuff more than anything. I don't know how you guys have been feeling about that, but I've never really cared for the Holy Mod. The logo light still works. I just don't know where I put the remote. So I gotta figure that out before I turn it back on. I need to sit down one day and hopefully have some time to just really go through my entire streaming area and clean, so I can finally get things in order. I just have not had the energy and time to do so. It's been a lot of other moving parts that I need to figure out before I do anything else. Actually, you know what we're going to quickly try here? Let's quickly test our stabs, make sure they're okay. Gatoron stuff's good. If we're going back to like the stock lube discussion, I don't like Gatoron stock lube. It's inconsistent. Like extremely inconsistent. I meant in general as a Switch. Oh, I think Gatoron smoothies are fantastic. In that sense, yes. Gatoron makes good stuff, man. Perfect. Half-Life build and CMPCB. Funny thing, I ordered both of these when they came out, but never got around to doing the build. I know, I'm super pumped for it today. I think it's going to be a very fun stream. I don't know what to expect, though. I'm kind of going into this blind, so... I had 5 or 6 out of a batch of pink pigs that were muted, but not had it happen to any of the others I've used. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe just too much. Speaking of things that are good, this is a very good tier list. Where's Gurnal, bro? I miss Gurnal. I miss him. Gatoron lube is weird. I had a batch of Gatoron Oil Kings where each switch sounded and felt like a different model. Yep, inconsistent. Just like Cherry, inconsistent. Cherry makes excellent switches, same thing with Gatoron, but for whatever reason, they just have not put their time and effort into making their factory lubrication process good. Which is unfortunate. I think I got unlucky with the higher amount of those ones. Yeah, sounds like it. I think a lot of you guys will like these switches. These are pretty nice. Although I hope these work well in the plateless. Oh yeah, they do. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We need a Switch tier list. How would I even do that? Like, what were we basing it off of? Just things I like? How would we do a Switch tier list out of curiosity? What's the criteria there? Ooh. Dude, this is gonna... I think this is gonna sound really nice with the plateless build here. The reason I want to try smoothies is I had a batch of alpaca V2s 2 years ago and they were goated. Old school alpacas. Do you look for more of like a smoother switch with no scratch at all? Like, what's the criteria? Chat, should I get HMX lattes? Jerbs, is it a Neo 60 CU or just a Neo 60? Thockiest, thickest, creamiest, thunkiest switch. You know, man. Oddly enough, like, I couldn't tell you what switch would do that best. I can just tell you how to make a keyboard sound like that. Like, I think it would just be using foam at that point there. Like, just use PE film and then boom, you're done. I don't know if a switch I've encountered yet can be like that deep compared to another switch. Maybe the answer, though, when it comes to like what I've seen to be the deepest, is Gatoron curry switches or milky yellows. Curry switches, I still think to this day, were probably one of the deepest switches without losing some character that I've tried. Curries are so deep. Yeah, Zany and I have talked about this for sure. They are pretty deep sounding switches. Y3s? I almost thought Y3s sounded a bit brighter depending on how you lube them. Smooth as can be, not a lot of clack, but doesn't need to be the thockiest. Balanced sound, if that makes sense. Yeah, then alpacas are definitely good for that. I was joking. Oh no, you're all good, Squiz. Love you, buddy. Don't even worry about it, bro. Now for the most clackiest. Oh, honestly, anything long pole. Sunday photos today? We'll see if we have some time. I'm kind of moving as molasses right now. So. HMX cheese? Ooh. Dude, I need to get some cheese. I'm out of cheese right now. And I have some burgers in the freezer. And I want to make some burgers with some nice cheese. Dude, Canada province? I'm not rating the provinces. I'm not doing it, dude. Dracula V2? Let's not talk about burgers? I'm so sorry. That's on me, that's on me. I'm sorry, guys. No more burger talk. How's this PCB looking? Very pretty. Very, very pretty right now. Oh my god. I'm ordering garlic epic stuffed crust from Papa John's. We going on pizza talk right now? Because I'll talk about pizza. I'm not afraid. I'm honestly not hungry today. Today I've been... we had some chicken nuggets and some boiled eggs. Some random stuff for lunch. And then, I don't know why. My stomach has just been meh lately. I was thinking pizza today as well. I would love to get a pizza. There's really not a lot of good pizza places near me though. Costco has one of those, had these mushroom pizzas that I can't get enough of. Ooh, I do love a good mushroom pizza too. These are the, well, they're called granite switches, but that's like a brand new name that we assigned to them. But these are the Type Plus switches that I collabed with Type Plus on. So they are a milky top with a nylon bottom, full travel, a very, very good high quality 57-ish gram spring. And here, I'll show you guys the internal of the switch. They will be eventually, but as of right now, no. So this is the inside of the switch here. So it's going to have a double stage spring, in case anyone's curious. Basically, it'll come factory oiled, factory lubed, and then the factory lube on this is actually a dry lubricant. Yes, they're longer springs. Should be 22 mil anyways. I'll triple check and see if they didn't change anything for the production batch. I really haven't actually done, because I just got these in the other day. These are the production batch. So I gotta double check everything, which is part of what I'm doing today. So I will double check everything to make sure it's all the same as the prototype switches, the pre-production units. Should be 57 gram, 22 mil. Should be double stage. And then dry lubricant is essentially going to be a little different than 205. Essentially, you put this on and it becomes like a PTFE style lubricant, which should give it a little bit of a different feel, which we've been really enjoying. So they're kind of unique. There's also going to be non-lubricated versions of these, but kind of unique process to these. Listened to my day, woke up with great sleep, taught my brother, fixed my girlfriend's code error, and now I'm watching Alex Lunches Ordered. We'll watch Miami GP at 4. Love that, dude. Love that for you, Zany. Also, Zane, don't forget to check the thing you said you were going to check the other day. What was the thing I was going to check? Dude, it's interesting, Metallics. I would say these are an excellent crossover between milky yellows and cherry. They're like a weird, good crossover between the two. So I don't really have any good thing to compare them to at the moment, other than just saying that they're like two of my favorite switches blended together. They also have a little bit of a Nate scratch to them. Like they're not perfectly smooth, which is what I exactly wanted. But Gavit, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Half a year went by too quick.
Thank you, Gavit. All right, let's start soldering. Let us start, everybody. And yeah, we'll do Sunday photos afterwards, guys. For everyone wondering. Are these Gatoron switches? No, they're from a brand called Type Plus. So the same people who made the Lily, like manufactured the Lily, and who made the Type K, and who made these stabs, which are, you know, have become kind of community favorites. These guys here. So these are, well, the manufacturer behind them. But yeah, same company as that. What's so special about this Mark III? The finish on it. That's literally it. It's just a cool, raw, kind of scratched up on purpose, like hand polished finish, which was super, super neat. That is it. Nothing else too crazy. Oh shit, one second guys. I have a bit of a tangle in my cords here. How did this happen? Jeez. Breaking shit ASMR? No, it was like caught underneath one of my... I have like a cart on wheels and it was like tangled in the wheel. Don't exactly know how that happened though. Because this is a pretty thick cable. Weird. Alright, start soldering. Mamba. Fuck, did someone clip the instructions I had earlier? I actually did a whole tutorial like 2 seconds, like not 2 seconds, like 50 minutes ago. On how to put them together. Ooh, this solder's like a dream too. Hell yeah. I have tried them on the Manta, but that was pre-production units. So, next Manta build, which should be soon, I will use production units of my switches. Because they were pretty cool when I kind of just stuck them in the PCB and tried them without soldering. So we shall see. It's a cool looking PCB. Yeah, it's CEM. Pretty neat PCB. If I do say so myself. What are your recommendations for a solder absorber? This one. The Kodo. So this is from a brand called Kodo. I think I have it in my exclamation point kit. Past that, I haven't really used anything else. Ideally, though, if you're going to solder, do it outside. Do it with one of these. Do it in a well-ventilated big area. What if that's not available? Anything with a carbon filter, basically, on it. Some people make their own. Some people literally get a computer fan and they just put a carbon filter in front of it and then call it a day. Yeah, should be spelled just like that, Dream. What solder temperature do I use? Right now it's on 340. A long time ago, and I'm still on this wavelength, it should be at 330, but this soldering iron has a bit of age to it. So I find at 330 it doesn't flow the same way, like doesn't make my solder flow the same way as it used to. But I would say anywhere between 320 to 340 is ideal. Anything hotter than that and you're just going to break your PCB. 10,000 suns. Now that you've sat for the Manta for a week, have your thoughts changed on it at all? So, the first few days, we definitely had some thoughts. And Bull and I mean, this particular unit, already has all the fixes that I want to put in. So it's already there. What else? Past that, the only other thing I want to try, which we're still waiting to see if we can try it, I don't really want to spoil it because I want it to be a surprise. We're just trying variation of how we're going to mount it with different materials. That's as much as I'll say. But we want to make it so that it's still, you know, changeable to the other materials. However, I personally will say this. I think it's amazing. Like, I really like this. I still... Bull was saying Bull's tried some different variations of how it's been built so far. And I also, on the side, tried some. The copper upgrade for the bottom, if I'm being truthful for you guys, it looks cool, but it's very deep sounding, and it's not my style. So I would recommend that if you guys want the upgrade, where it's like, you know, the copper bottom, not the copper weight, but the copper bottom, you may not like love how it's not as bright. But I think with big chunks of dense material, like that's going to be inevitable. Like you're not going to get the resonance that you normally would get from an aluminum bottom. The same thing happened with the Neo CU series. So, I'm in just chatting still. Oh well, we'll just stay in just chatting. If I'm soldering 2 PCBs, can I do it near a window and wear a mask? Yeah, it's fine. I saw your photography gear, and I have to say, Fujifilm cameras are some of the most beautiful out there. They've got a new GFX that just came out. I saw that. I don't actually use Fuji anymore for my photos. I used to. I actually had a GFX series camera, Supernova. I ended up selling it. I didn't like it. Well, I traded it in. I didn't like it very much. It was, unfortunately, it had a lot of issues. But, dude, Fuji is like my go-to for like family events and just regular photography. It is so handy to have a camera that you can just quickly crank out some good-looking JPEGs and not have to worry about sitting there to edit them afterwards. That's where they really excel, man. But all my cameras for stream, with the exception of the face cam because it broke, they're all Fuji. You know what pisses me off sometimes? Those 5-minute life hack vids. Like, where the hell am I supposed to get an industrial grade drill to... Yeah, I know, for real. I get what you're saying exactly. Can I buy a copper bottom by itself then? I'll talk to Bull. That honestly makes sense. Maybe that we just do it as a side upgrade, not upgrade within the box. Let me talk to Bull about that, because that's not as delicate as the fin. That's a really good idea, though. Slow autofocus on GFX. Yeah, it's so slow, dude. So slow. But thank you for the compliment, though. I really appreciate that, Supernova. The new GFX series, though, I don't really agree with Fuji's direction on it. That GFX X100 series one, what they're doing. I'm a little disappointed in their decision making there. I don't really understand still who that's supposed to be for. Like, maybe a very, very serious street photographer, but I don't know. Most serious people would probably use manual focus for that and just leave it on manual focus anyways. Do you know if Vevor fume extractors is any good? Dude, this is actually, like, in itself, when you really think about what this is... Here, let me turn it off. This is just literally a fan that's set to blow, like, intake air this way and blow out that way. It has a grate so you don't hurt yourself, and then it just has little slots to put a carbon filter. There's nothing special going on here. So anything that basically has those core elements, that's it. Yeah, it's just a fan and a carbon pad. Exactly. This just happens to be like a cute little housing for it, that's all. So as long as you get that, you're good. I'm guessing they're going for the Leica Q3 with that. Yeah, perhaps. Even the Q series from Leica, like, as cool as it is, I don't know. I know they're doing super well with it, but Leica has more of like a namesake behind it than Fuji does. So I don't really know. And the Q3 is not without its problems anyways. Not to get into camera talk with you guys right now. I'm sorry to bore you. So if I burn my toast, it's carbon? Okay, you could do that. You could try, Zany. Leica mentioned. Leica indeed mentioned. Leica is an interesting brand in that sense. Alex, were you into Need for Speed games? Oh, you betcha. I love playing those. That and Dub City, I believe, or Midnight Club or whatever. Dub City. I played that one there a lot from Midnight Club. But I think I stopped playing Need for Speed games when I stopped playing console games. So, Midnight Club mentioned, based Midnight Club. I loved Midnight Club, dude. I think I liked it more than most of the Need for Speed games, but it was fun. These days, I just play Forza, and that's really about it. If I'm playing a car game, I just play Forza Motorsport. That's it. Alex, can we get a 24-hour stream of you playing PUBG on the Magic Trackpad? That is very specific. What prompted this? I was going to save a few months for a new lens, but with dumb tariffs, it may be twice as expensive soon. Should I go into debt for 4-ish months and wait, hoping to get more expensive, or scrap the idea? Honestly, Ivo, listen, I'm going to keep it like, from me to you here with anything, even if you happen to get keyboard stuff, like, just don't go into debt. Try going on websites like K or like anything used market wise. If you don't feel comfy, my honest suggestion is just scrap the whole idea. I know it sucks, but like I'm in the same boat. We wanted things that we're saving towards, and even us here in Canada, we might have to wait, just because things are going up in price now. So after carefully thinking on other things, I would give you the same advice as I would give myself right now, which is take the L now and then maybe just keep saving and buy later. Just wait. I would just... That's the only piece of advice that kind of makes sense right now, instead of rushing to purchase things and then feeling bad about it later. Because my ideology, my thought process, Ivo, is you may go buy that now. You're going to... Let's just say you can handle the debt you're going to go into. What happens if something else comes up that you also need to purchase, and then now you can't afford both? Just wait. That's it. That is my only realistic and, again, thought of advice, because I had to go through the same thing. Do you know that Neo shipped batches 2 to 7 on the same day to avoid tariffs? Yeah, I've heard about that, actually. I think even KBD fans has been shipping out pretty fast with certain things. I've been buying bulk. I've been bulk buying right now, whatever I need, just to make peace with whatever I don't need. Yeah, honestly, we've been kind of doing the same. If we know something might get affected, we've been just getting a little extra here and there where we can. So I get you there. I don't know. It's a tough time. Thanks for your feedback. Anytime, dude. Weird times. Stressful for a lot of us. Dude, this PCB is soldering so clean right now. Like these contact pads are super nice. It's always a pleasure soldering a really, what feels like high quality PCB. Speaking of getting anything extra, I'm shipping off your care package on Monday, so if you need anything extra, let me know, Mr. Toast. Thank you, Scrubs. Appreciate you, man. No, everything should be fine. I appreciate whatever you want to send over, my friend. I hope the business has been going well, dude. I can pick it up from Alex. Hey, yo. Care package for everybody? Which part is the contact pad? And is that where the iron touches before you push in the solder? Correct. So, I'll give you guys a quick little demo. See this little, on the ones I haven't soldered, see the gold ring? Well, it might be a little, actually you can see it. See the gold ring and then the pin in between? The gold ring is the contact pad. It's been going well, can't complain. Everyone's been absolutely amazing with me. That's really good to hear, dude. What's up, Verm? How you doing, man? This is a really nice PCB. Everything's labeled nicely. Hell yeah. You love to see that. Since Cherry's moving to China, would you buy a bunch more MX Blacks? I thought about it. The answer is I probably will pick up a few, like big batches. To overbuy and overconsume though, just because like I'm, panic buying, like probably not. But yeah, like if you guys love the Switch and that's like your Switch, then maybe make peace with it and just buy a whole bunch if you guys are gonna stick within the hobby. But yeah, I'll buy a few. Like I'll buy a bunch of batches. But who knows? Maybe nothing is gonna change. Maybe they have like a mold that they're gonna follow. Like who knows? I also don't want to like panic buy for nothing and then nothing changes and it's like the same good old Cherry Switch, maybe improved. Who knows? It's a gamble. For MX2As, do you only spring swap and lube? And I film them. Ooh. Don't worry, I commented on Hippio's newest video letting him know Nixies are the best Switch and he's wrong. I was just surprised that he said nobody, like, everyone knows that Cherry Switches aren't good. I was like, since when is that a thing? Who's thinking Cherry Switches aren't good? I think that was like his opening line in that video. Kind of confusing to me. Let me wash my hands. Ooh, all right. That looks really cool. I love the way this looks. Alrighty, alrighty. I love the way you look. Thank you, Grainy. Appreciate you, Dane. Alright, now the case. I think I'm going to go with top mount, but I'm also kind of curious. Maybe I'll just do gasket to start. Because I'm kind of curious if it's going to sound good with that too. God, look how sexy this is. Look at the machining on that. Look how nice this is. Whew. That is pretty hot. God, this is a classic board from KBD fans. I've liked this since they came out with this. Although I do prefer the plastic plates and top mount on this guy, typically. But we'll see how we like it today. We shall see. Wrong bit. Hi Rufus, how you doing? Bro, I would have bought it if shipping wasn't $50. Thing is, $50 for shipping for keyboard stuff, I hate to say it, I just feel like it's become kind of the norm for at least me here in Canada. So I tend to just know that's part of the process of buying a keyboard, unfortunately. Sad but true. Isn't the normal since 2022-ish? I don't know about other parts of the world though, Keep Science. For us here in Canada though, yeah, I'd say it's pretty norm. This is a heavy board, by the way. If this was lighter, then maybe it would reduce some of the cost, but so those might be diode banks and I/O expanders on the PCB. Yeah, so a lot of designers, well, not every designer, but a lot of people have been going this route by using these larger diodes. Honestly, good. I'm happy. Reduces the chance of something breaking in transit with those smaller diodes. So I really, really like that. I think that is a... Look at, by the way, look at this soldering. Oof. Really nice. I really like these change in some of the designs. I don't know if this is in-house. It doesn't have a designer on it. It just says KBD fans. Unless this is the designer, which I'm not too sure whose logo this is, and I apologize in advance. But really, really awesome little design here. All right. Possibly the hottest PCB I've ever seen. It is a good-looking PCB. This is an aluminum half plate indeed. So here was the original. You can see where it wasn't polished. Hand polished or hand scraped, or hand, whatever you want to call it. Very cool. See, this makes me want to do some stuff to like my own raw finished keyboards. Super neat. All right, let's get some gaskets, which are... Where's my little baggie of stuff from KBD fans here? Where did I stick that? What did I do with it? Oh, I also need to put the daughter board in too. Let's not forget about that too. Let's do that first, actually. Which bit do I need? This bit? Nope. One bigger. Sorry, Alex, I ate it. It happens. I want you to know when I look at you, you make me smile. You stir one of my favorite human beings. Thank you, Scrubs. Alex, what material was your former desk made of? The gray one? I'm trying to find something similar. It was made of laminate and particle board, basically. I don't have a good way to answer that because I literally think that's what it was made of. It was just an IKEA tabletop, and it wasn't very good. Like, it wasn't super sturdy. Sadly. What a bummer. You want a bendable desk? Yeah, I would not recommend. If you want something to last you a long time, like, obviously I don't think that's the best investment to make, but it's still a choice. It looked so good, dude. I miss it so much, man. It was my favorite like style of desk that I've ever had. I loved it, but yeah, it just was not good for the long term. That's all. Legitimately though, one of my faves. Did you end up deciding to get on a better... Wait, did you end up deciding on a better desk pad? Not yet. I'm still debating between one or two companies, but I'm also seeing if there's like a brand that isn't going to charge me an arm and a leg, because a lot of these desk pads, like the ones that I like, these merino wool desk pads, a lot of brands want like $200-300 for them. So just kind of making some decision-making process stuff right now. Do you think the original Neo 65, not the CU, holds up today? Definitely. I don't remember now since I've seen. I think it was really good. I think this will be my answer. And I think it's the only thing I can really say that makes sense. It was a good board. If you're going to spend that amount of money anyways, might as well just get the newer stuff. If it's like a few dollars and fits better into your price range, you're not going to regret it. But obviously Neo and QWERTY keys has learned a lot since then. So that is very clearly reflected in some of their newer stuff, if that makes sense. Like, it is extremely well reflected on their newer products. I was seeing that when they're Elquan. I wasn't too sure. Wasn't too sure if they'd be good. Okay, there we go. Daughter board in. But yeah, I still think it would be a good purchase. I bought one from FlexiSpot, the sit-stand desk, and it's been awesome. Yeah, they were a brand I was looking into as well. My favorite Beetle? Like the band? I want them so bad, but I think but the gaming aspect, probably not the best surface. Oh, dude, these surfaces are awful to play games with. Awful. I would not use these for gaming. This is definitely like a workspace surface. I wish they would update the original 65 with some recent features. I don't think they're gonna, truthfully. Like, it doesn't really make sense for them to update it. Mine's a sit-stand desk, yeah. It's from Ergonoffice. This was the only expensive item that I splurged for in my move, I guess. Everything else was IKEA. Like, everything in this room is basically IKEA, just because, like, dude, I had this really cool idea for, like, a built-in, like, closet space for all the keyboard stuff. And then I also got this really other cool idea from another design place, and I got some quotes. Those quotes were close to, like, minimum. Some of them were like 9 to 10,000 Canadian. And I just kind of said, welp. And I went out to IKEA and then I spent like $900. So that was kind of an eye opener just to show me how expensive some like actual built-in stuff is. And then some nicer looking furniture. But honestly, the IKEA stuff's fine. It's all right. Like, I'm fine with it. It'd be really cool if I had the money to do the other stuff, but yeah, it's too expensive, man. Way, way too expensive. So, my whole house is IKEA except for the couch, the aquarium, and the dinner chairs. Yeah, dude, everything here is pretty much IKEA. Pretty much. Built-ins you can't take with you. Yeah, but you know what? It would have been cool to have like a more dedicated office place. I have an IKEA jerker desk from 2000. It's still in perfect condition. They used to make good stuff. Dude, I agree with that, Wobbly. A lot of the older IKEA stuff is really good. I think I still have some of the older IKEA stuff. Everything nowadays, though, like, dude, remember those, I think it was called the Ekit ones that I got in my last setup? Those were terrible. Those fell apart in, like, literally a year. And it wasn't even with much, like, stuff I did to them. So, whatever happened to that dude who regularly gave like 100 gifted subs? Oh, people come and go. It's always like a shocker when people do that, but it's usually someone who finds the stream and then really likes maybe the stream and it helps them in some sort of way, and then they leave afterwards. But it's always sad to see people go, but dude, I appreciate everyone nonetheless. Alright, these we don't need, these we might need, so let's leave this to the side. Between Zinhai, cheese, and Lotus, what do you recommend for HMX? I like the cheese personally. That's a toughie. That is a toughie indeed. Zinhai to me was too thin. Alright, so last time I did Gasket, I didn't like it. I thought it sounded kind of funky, but let's see what it sounds like this time, shall we? Avo, you can write off gifted subs. It's basically free money. Oh gosh. We'll do top mount after this. I want to try the Gasket again though. I haven't tried Gasket with a half plate yet on this board, so I would be curious. No top mount? Or already answered them there. What coffee do you drink? What coffee do I drink? It's Zavada, I believe. It's a brand from Costco that we fell in love with. It's actually pretty good. It's become our favorite past even the like more niche designer coffees, if you want to call it that. Gasket and half plate turtle power. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what kind of power it brings. My other KBD Friends board, my other 8x currently doesn't have keycaps on it. And it's also not a switch that I like love anymore, because I did take the switches off and move them around, but I still have it and I can still pull it out and we can kind of go back and forth, but it's going to be a very different build. Let's see. Plug you in, and again, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about the gasket mount here, but we'll see. I do like this change in which they did for the PCB. The plate. They took away some of the mounts underneath, which was a very good idea. Ooh, this looks sick. I'm gonna have to get one of the corky mats because I feel like this is blending in way too much with my desk pad here. If I ever hit millionaire status, you'll know. I'm talking hundreds of... Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Jedi. Appreciate you, bro. If you guys ever become millionaires, what's the first thing you guys would do? I usually use the palm of my hand to drink the coffee. Cups is a good idea. I mean, that reminds me of that other joke I have. Gonna walk around with some diamond switch chains. Dude, I don't think... The thing is, Jedi, other than doing a few things and making like the workspace look nicer, I actually don't know what I'd do. Like, there's nothing I really want. Like, maybe take a break, finally. Like, maybe that would be the one thing you'd notice if I ever had $1 million. Well, millions of dollars. Not even just a million. Million these days, I guess. I would probably just, like, take a break. Seriously. Let's say multi-millionaire. Start my own American keyboard factory, because why not? I mean, that would be super sick. Didn't you say you'd hire me as a private chef? Honestly, I'd do that. And I'd hire Tim as a jester. Just for Avo. It'd be Avo's jester. You know what I mean? It would be Tim Keyless as the jester, dude. Not a barista, just a jester. That's wild. He can be a coffee jester. A barista jester. All right, let's get the other desk pad here. It kind of blends in too nicely. Where is my other desk pad? Poor Tim. He's always catching strays here. He just called you a clown, little bro. It's okay. Tim's never here anyways. He doesn't watch my streams no more. He hates me. Oh shit. I don't even know where I put it. I gave a corky to a friend the other day, and I only got one corky left, but I don't remember where I stuck it, so maybe we'll just have to live with this for now. Oh well. Ooh, that does look cool. The tofu TKL? No, I didn't see that yet. That sounds sick though. Okay, what keycaps am I putting on this? Should we do a Star Wars set for May the 4th? Pay off my family's house, get everyone in their own home. That's really nice of you, Kip. I'm thinking Boba Fett. I think Boba Fett would look sick on this. Oh, let me go get it. Shit, where did I stick Boba Fett? I know what board it's on, but I think it's in the black box, right? Boba Fett, Boba Fett. Where is Boba Fett now? Oh, jeez. Mando would look way better. More boring, but better. You guys don't think Boba Fett would look sick on this? Fett was on... Yeah, I got Boba Fett now, but I just need to find the actual box for it, which is somewhere in my Star Wars area. Okay, I got it. Go for Mando? You guys actually think Mando would look better on this? You know what? Maybe Mando does make more sense. Because Mando does have, like, silver armor. Alright, one sec. Let me go find where Mando is. That's actually a sick idea. No? Okay, I don't know where I put Mando, though. Now I have to find which board that's on. Oh, that's not a key cult. Pretty positive. What switches are in this board? The Type Plus switches. The NK Classic ones, though. Actually, did I mess up a solder over here? Maybe I did. Okay, let me go get them off the key cult. I think it's on the key bolt anyways. Pretty sure. Should be on that red key colt, but now I find what box I put it in. No, should be in here then. Definitely a board for GMK Cluck. GMK Cluck, for real. Listen, I'm not gonna hate on Cluck today, okay? No hate. Yeah, it's right here. Ooh, my memory's good today, guys. I'm proud. How is this board like stuck to the wall there? That's weird. Alright, Mandalorian it is. Or yeah, we'll do Mandalorian then. Alex, in my commission build, can I ask you to source granite instead of the switches I sent over? You mean these Type Plus switches? The one we're doing today? I can, but they might be pre-production units, Baron. I don't have any. I only have this one set, two sets, which are tester sets of the production units. I don't know if they'll be different though. That's what I'm going to test today. If you want, I can source you the pre-production ones, but if you're okay with that, I don't really have access to the production ones right now. They're not for sale right now. They're currently still being produced or shipped over. What switches are these? They're called granite switches. Oh yeah, I can just move this over one for one. Although, I don't think I want to do the red accents here. I think I'll do the blue accents. When are they going on sale? I asked Mike, and he did give me an answer. So let me find out for you guys. I think late June is what he said. Oh boy, I can't find where he said it. Yeah, I think late June, I believe. Or sometime in June. I like the joke. The joke's good. Is that what you named them? Is that what you named them, Alex? The granite switches? Yeah. If so, why? Well, because they were supposed to have a stone name to them, because I picked stone colors to match like my logo and stuff. But unfortunately, the original name I had and all the other names that I had have been taken by HMX. Because me and Mike, well, mainly Mike, but I've been working on these switches alongside them for like, actually here, I'll give you guys the date. This has been literally a thing we've been talking about since, if it wants to even like, I think, I want to say almost a year now. Yeah, literally since last year. This time last year, May the 5th last year. So that's how long this has been in the works for. Happy birthday, granite switches. Kinda, yeah, tomorrow, technically. Haven't been keeping up with keyboard stuff since in the last 6 months. What's a good linear switch to get into now? Dude, you have the sky's the limit. But it really depends on, I guess, what you're looking for, like long pull switch versus a full travel switch. Ooh, interesting. But like, I personally like milky yellows, but you could like something completely different. Ooh, this is like nice and flexy too. Yeah, you could go with like an HMX switch. HMX has tons of really good switches right now. I'd love to do a sound comparison with milky yellows. Yeah, we can definitely do that. I mean, dude, we can do that sooner because these are technically production units. So next board I do, as long as I hot swap some things of it, we can do a sound comparison to Milky Yellows. Ooh! I'm loving the sound of this already. Actually, this was a good call, guys. Going Mandalorian works really well here. It's the way you lube them, Baron. That's kind of the secret with Milky Yellows. You have to lube them a very certain way. And then they also pair better with like aluminum plates. Milky Yellows have never been like my go-to for plastic plates unless you already have a bright sounding board. Wait, what is this certain way? A light coat of a thinner lubricant. You can still do 205 and have a great experience with them, but definitely a lighter coat. I do feel like filming them is kind of a must too. And then only lubing the stem. Do not lube more than that, or else you're just gonna make a very like boring, dull sounding switch. Also, can you talk the mic into getting beta.js on the next poll? Guys, I'm not a miracle worker. I'll try my best though, okay? It's ultimately up to Mike. I put your modded Milky Yellows on my mode 65 with an alu plate and they aren't thuddy at all. Yeah, actually, you know, that's a good thing to say too, because I have sold those batches. Because I do sometimes drops. I don't know if you guys all know this, but sometimes, not a whole hell of a lot. So it's whenever I have extra time, I'll do a drop of like 90 switches where I mod them all and you can just buy them, mod it. Again, it's not guaranteed and I don't do it all the time, but yeah, sometimes I do those. And some people can attest to like, I guess the way I mod them. Guys, this is a sick idea. Thanks for suggesting this. Look at that. And we did a Star Wars May the 4th stream. Let's go, dude. This is mega clean. Look at that, dude. That looks sick. This is the way. I have the child kit as well. But the foam insert kind of deteriorated, so I had to tape it up. Well, I haven't opened it since the move, but the blue accents look great. Hell yeah, dude. Look at this. It's kind of like we have a battle-worn piece of armor, and then we got Beskar. Not really, because obviously this is not how Beskar looks, but it kind of would, you know, be like a Beskar bottom. How sick would that be? A Beskar bottom, bro.
Hi, everyone.
Macaron, how you doing, man? Hello, hello. Thank you so much for 3 months. Ooh. Do I like the gaskets on these? This is going to be the first KBD8x Mark III that I like with gaskets, if that's the case. CM plate sounds very different. Holy. Whoo. That is like a very deep sounding alpha. Whew, I'm going to try top mount as well, but... Ooh. No, this one here should have that, but I don't know why this particular unit doesn't have that top navigation cluster LED. Ooh. This is so much nicer in top mount with the half plate. Or sorry, in gasket with the half plate. I also think the CEM PCBs are something to attribute to that as well. But now, to try the next phase, which is top mount, which is what I really liked last time. What's up, Tony? How you doing, man? It's the OG kit, but I think the PCB is 1.2. Is it a 1.2 PCB? I didn't notice any weird movement happening on the stabs. I can double check. Again, this is an older unit I have. I thought it was 1.6. Dude, CM is definitely a bit of a, to me, when you're doing a plateless, a bit of a deeper material. Some people may argue that it's a little bit not as deep. It's a bit brighter, but I think it's a bit deeper. Ooh, that was nice with the gaskets. If I don't like this, I'm gonna swap back immediately. That was hot. I like that a lot. Honestly, this board's so good. For the price point you're getting this at, I still think this is like such a banger from KBD fans. Thanks, Tony. Seriously, such a banger, dude. All right, let's grab that pack of screws that I had. Dude, I don't get why they don't have the regular plates with the mounting points gone. That was one of my gripes when we built this originally. But a half plate on this, I think, also works wonders. It's a perfect benchmark keyb. Dude, it really is. What's going on here? There we go. It really is such a good benchmark keyb. This versus the Neo 80. I would actually say this one. The Neo 80, it's good, but I actually kind of think like this is the nicer board. I don't know. The Neo 80 is like the last of the lineup of all the Neo boards where they were going through that like identity crisis of what they want the boards to be. And it's by no means a bad board. It is still a great board. But I've always sort of preferred this board over the Neo 80. All right, let's put these back in the bag. I'm hoping this makes the alphas pop just ever so slightly more. But I really liked the spacebar and the mods of the other mounting style. Did we get all the screws in? We did. Really, really hope. Can we make a petition to also have the Manta have a dark green option? I think I may need to talk to Bull about adding a few colorful options, or one or two colorful options. The PCB came with the 8X Mark III was faulty and they shipped me a replacement in 2 days, allowed me to add something into the shipment under 200 grams for free. Oh, that's nice of them. Dude, honestly, I know some people love to hate on KBD fans. I have, even before I started doing content creation, like years and years and years ago, I've had nothing but good experiences with them. Obviously, people falter and people make mistakes sometimes, but for the most part, I think they're fine. Like, they've been a good company. They've been consistent. They haven't ripped anyone off. Yeah, they're still around for a reason is a good way to put it too. Dude, KBD fans literally brought all of us into the hobby. They're OGs. My first product I ever bought was from KBD fans. Dude, I fucking love this board, man. Look how sick, look how sexy this is. What a nice looking back, dude. Look at this. Seems like the YouTube comments like the Manta, so that's good. Yeah, for the most part, everyone seems like the Manta is like a fun project. Just hoping there's no hiccups along the way with Manta, that's all. We're taking our time for a reason. We haven't had any solid release dates for it yet. Not as sexy as Mr. Otos though. Oh my god, thank you, Durian. Appreciate that, man. Alrighty. Let's give this a go now. With top mount. Alright, spacebar's still good. Okay, I like top mount more. Already I can tell you guys I like the top mount more. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, the half plate's super good on this. The mods are great too. Arrow's a little bit resonant, but I mean, that's where the plate is. The spacebar's plasticky? I kind of like that though. I like the spacebar to be a bit more like neutral like this. I can definitely see what you mean though. It sounds like more of the PCB in the keycap. Ooh. Okay. The half plate alone is a game changer on this keyboard. I already liked the KBD8x, but I think both the gaskets and the top mount sound better with the half plate. I do think the CEM PCB is doing something there too. I think that's more for the alphas, not so much anything else. Maybe a little bit of the spacebar, but dude, that sounds great. Holy. And it's not like, hold on, what is this cost with everything too? If we were to add the CM plate on this, I am like super, super happy with this. Holy. This one, KB Defense. There's an OG kit with the CM PCB as a default. Oh really? Let me look that up. Do I just type in OG kit? OG kit. Here it is. So they have a bunch of different anodized units, OG solder kit, and you get a foam, it looks like you get a foam kit. Mine didn't have a foam kit, but you get a foam kit and a solder PCB with the stainless steel weight and a half plate for roughly, let's just add this to cart because I don't really trust KBD fans with their thing at the top. For roughly where is it? Why did it just refresh? Hold on one sec, guys. Oh, it's on sale right now too? Minus 50%. Oh, here. Wait, that's not right, is it? $127? Check out. Is that right? Is that right? Oh no, $133.37 plus tax and shipping, $169.37. This has no foam, no. Honestly, that's pretty good. Oh, out of stock. What it said it was in stock. Oh, I must have clicked something wrong here. The heat coloring on the, oh yeah, there's like a few different ones you can pick from here. The CEM is 1.6. I'm like 99% positive it is. Let me triple check. Do they have like a little thing here? Whoa. Hold on, I need to show you guys the screen. 1 second. Take a look at this. Window capture. One sec. Oops, cancel. Okay. Look at this. MKIII stainless steel with heat coloring service description. Whoa. So wait, they can do this for you? Where do you go to put this in? Oh, here. Yes. How much are they charging for that? $40 it looks like. Ooh, that's kind of sick. I would pay the extra money for this because I think this is so unique. I saw that in the video. I mean, they talked to me about this a little while ago, but I didn't know what products they added that to, so that is kind of nice. Damn, I really like that. I kind of want to do this to mine. Can I just get like a blowtorch and do it myself? I'm guessing not. That is super cool. I would 100% get this done to mine. That is super neat. It's basically the same thing. It might warp though. True. I wouldn't want to ruin it. PC case with that kind of weight, smash. Yeah, dude. Anyways, I think this board's fantastic still. Fantastic value. Not that this is a review stream at all, but in case you guys are wondering my thoughts, I liked it the first time I built it. I like it more now. I do think the CEM PCB and the half plate make this a killer combination for this board. Absolutely killer. Yeah, very, very nice. I have bought mode patina accents and it turned out pretty pale through the times. The patina, maybe it's patinaing more. I'm not too sure. I couldn't really answer that macaroon without seeing it, I guess. And like what kind of patina was applied. So sad I didn't get the raw when it was available. Did they have the raw finish? Oh, you know what? They did have a raw finish at one point. Yeah, this is super sweet, dude. This is such a nice looking board. Can you do the mods again? Do they have a bit of rattle? Here, I will show you guys the mods. Here, let me unplug it so I'm not like clicking random things. I don't think I hear rattle in mine. If you want a good... actually, wait. Before I give you guys advice. What are your stabs they're using? Yeah, what stabs? Because I think that's also important too. I know what you answered this question. Oh, I'm using the new Type Plus stabs that we made with Type Plus. They're called Granite switches. They're the collaboration ones. It has a bit of resonance in it for sure, but I think that's part of the charm of top mount. These are the switches we're using here. I'm using cherry clip-ins. Just make sure your stabs are the right size for the PCB, because I'm not sure what PCB you have. And then also just make sure they're lubed. If you've over-lubed them, here's the other thing. I could go into extreme, excruciating, boring detail on this, but if you've over-lubed them, there could be a chance that the lube is creating a suction effect, and it sort of sounds like rattling. It's confusing, because at first I used to do this too. Sometimes I'd have a problem where I over-lube and be like, what's the problem? But if you over-lube them, if you over-tune them, then the lube settles at the bottom. And the best way I can illustrate this to you is this. Let me show you. Let me show you the best way to illustrate this. Okay, I'm going to grab a piece of tape. And I will show you exactly the noise from over-lubing. You're going to hear a lot of this. I'm just going to kind of just do this against the desk here, but... And obviously on a smaller scale, but you're going to think that's something rattling when it's really just a suction effect from the lubricant at the bottom, and it's going to sound a little bit like that. Okay? So you just want to avoid over-lubing, because you'll get a little bit of that effect there, you know what I mean? Oh my god, you guys are too much. You guys are too much, dude. Alright, let's do some can't talk like that? Okay, you know what, guys? Let's look at your submissions in the keyboard pictures, yeah? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where is it now? Photo area for Sunday. Let's go back to the last time we did it. Boom. And let me set this up to show you guys too. Window capture. Actual Sunday photos. What is this? It happens every now and then. Although we may have to... Hold on, I have to do something here. First of all, I need to change this keyboard layout later, but... Let's turn off stream mode so I can actually see your guys' names. And then is everything showing okay? Is it like a good... Here, we'll do this just so it's not like... It can be a little bit bigger here. I don't... Oops. Enable preview. What did I do there? There we go. Okay. Can make it a little bit bigger in this case. The Neo 80 is hot. Okay. Let's take this. Go back to my Discord here. So many unread pings. Can you guys like not look at my unread pings? Just leave me alone. All right. Let's look at this. Manic is showing us... Actually, let me see. Is this a good size? Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Ooh. Yet again, someone more brave than I can ever be. I don't know how you guys do this, man. I don't know how you guys lean keyboards on rocks. To be honest with you guys. I really don't get it. But you guys are taking some great photos. I mean, that does look fantastic. Very carefully. It's no way that's a render. No, that's on real rocks. It's gotta be. Damn, it even has a PVD part on the bottom? Ain't no way, dude. Nah, definitely real. That's cool, though. I really like this picture. And it proving to us that anything can go in Sunday photos. And it has two hobbies, staring at the sun and pestering me. That's actually clever. I was half expecting a sun sound test, and it was just going to be silence for 30 seconds, but it's okay. Let's see. Ooh! Ooh, that is a nice spacebar. All right, and it. I mean, it's a good-looking keyboard. Very, very nice. What do we got here from Keeb Science? We have the Ocelot. For some reason, I thought that was in the wrist rest, but that is not on the wrist rest. That is, or that's on the wrist rest, not in it. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. The Ocelot's a classic, dude. I wish I had it. One. I never got one. What do we got here? We have... That's a cute photo, actually. This is the parallel board, right? I just don't remember which one this was. Either way, nice pictures, nice board. Shame what happened to parallel. We have Zany. What do we got from Zany here? Ooh, listen to that. Old classic style. Very nice. We have a Zenith Z150. Oh, you're telling us about this. This is super cool, actually. What else do we got here? We have the Neo 65CU with Shinseki. Very, very nice. Nice combo. What happened to Parallel? I don't even know if it's worth bringing up. They just gave up, basically, and screwed everyone else over. That's me. It's Jedi. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, Wookiee and Pals. That's you. Very, very nice, dude. Very, very nice. Laurent switches. How does it sound? Sound good with the Laurent switches? We got here. Big Max in honor of Japanese Grand Prix today. Nice picture, too. Very nice picture. I like that a lot. Honestly, the orange on Grand Prix is perfect, dude. I need to use my set more, man. That's such a good set. What else we got here? We have Super Scuffed Custom Brass weight for the Lagira? So when you say custom, did you do this yourself? I mean, that's super cool if you did. Bro. So nice. Starstruck, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. We're going to skip past that one. Oh my god. Is this the Korean tech tuber that everyone says I look like too? Okay, you know what, guys? Let's go through this one here. Mamba, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. We have a Command 65 from Zany. The Command 65 with Dulch. Ooh. That does look good. That does look good. Fuck, I need to pick up MTNU Dulch. That is so, so good. Keep Science with a nice little group shot here. Is that 2 of the same boards? No, there's no way, is it? Honestly, your color coordination is on point, dude. That is so good. He has 2 red 7122s. They're different? Oh my god. I didn't know he had 2. We have the Arc from Anit. And it has a sound test. Nice. Thank you, Matt. Really appreciate using a Prime, dude. I, to this day, am so sad they didn't do just constant in stock of the Arc, bro. Like, I don't get why they just stopped making this board. Honestly, they could have just lived off this board. Like, could have just ate with this board for a long time, dude. They shouldn't have just stopped making it. Whatever. Such a good board. What's this? Ooh, these are nice pictures. Really nice, Cheese Man. These are really good photos. It's hot. Look at that. It's a nice side profile. This is Lagira, yeah. Very awesome. I like that a lot, actually. We got Tony with some stuff here. We have... This is Modern Mats on a Neo. The Cappy's nice. Look at that Cappy, dude. Very, very awesome. If nothing else, at least with the Lagira is pretty. It is super pretty, yeah. They stopped Arc during the big downturn in the hobby. With the hobby stabilizing, they could bring it back. They should bring it back. The Arc would have been a perfect little in-stock product that they could have just like kept going. I feel like people would have bought it. And it just showing off his Arc. What else do we got? Encore with Minimal. I need to find where I put my Minimal set because this is so good looking. Honestly, this is my favorite color of the Encore, dude. So nice. Yeah, that's so hot, dude. Ooh, a little bowl of food. That's kind of, honestly, that's kind of fucked up. You have the Kohaku next to fish. That's a little fucked up, I'm going to say that. That looks really good, though, I'm not going to lie. Raw Haku next to sashimi. This is a raw weight. That's funny. Finally going through my picks from Japan last summer. Let's see. Very awesome. That is a cool picture. You took this? Oh, hell yeah, look at that. One day I will go. From Tokyo Skytree. That is so cool. I love that. P.S. I may... What'd you do? I don't even know what this is. Arch Linux. Oh, you were telling us about this, Zany. Cappy 60. Did you... Question, who is this? Did you, Gavit, I don't know if Gavit's here. Did Gavit get this done for the Cappy, or did he have this before the Cappy? That is the real question. He definitely pull up. He's pulling up 100% here. I bet he already had it. That is funny. And it has a frog. That is very nice. Wait, Anit, what'd you do for the feet situation here? Oh, you just put the bubble bump-ons? That's smart. Yeah. Yeah, those long feet are a bit of a miss, huh? What is this? Meat locker? Is this some aged meat you're doing? Kind of jealous, I'm not gonna lie. Tofu 60 redo with lo-fi. What set is this? Is it a GMK set? No way. What set is this? I don't know what MBZ said. I don't control it. Already had it? That's funny, Gavit. It's super cool. I like it a lot, though. JTK made this? This is a good looking set. Oh, interesting. Cute. Very cute. Little JJW play tray. Love that. Good photo of that too. Nice depth of field you used. Time 65 with... Okay, I thought I read that wrong, but no, you definitely put Frost Bitch. Okay, we have Frost Witch over here. What keycap is that? I can't tell. Is that a Frost Witch Artisan or something? We have... Who's this? Big Max with some more photos from Japan. That's pretty. This looks relaxing. This is nice too. I like photos like this. What camera did you bring? Let's go to the next one. I don't know how to spell it. My bad. Oh, you're all good, dude. What's this? Neo 60 core with Machinist is nice. W1 black diamonds. This is a good pairing. Very, very nice pairing. LX100i, very nice. Very good photos. I love them a lot, Big Max. Whoa, Macross has been spotted. I love this board. Gray Studios holds a very special place in my heart. They were one of the first few customs that I really fell in love with. Yeah, that holds a very special place in my heart. What else do we got? Whoa, these are nice photos, actually. We have... Split is lit, so I'll get some random stuff here. I love the yellow and black pairing here. Hell yes. Yeah, it's a hot looking board with the yellow. The yellow looks so good on this, dude. Super cool. Love that a lot. Okay, what do we got here? TGR Tomo, HMX Poros, Hammerwork CRP APL, Artisan Azzy Keycap, Barky Desert Ops. That looks expensive. I don't know why it looks so expensive to me. That's a nice looking board though. Definitely a good looking board. We have Dracula on the Derivative by Annette. Annette flexing yet again to all of us. All right, Annette. We got some favorite photos from a recent stay in Seattle from Manic Geek. Hello, I clicked. I'm glad to see Toronto's not the only gloomy ass city. That's a cool photo. We've been having such gloomy days. Bagby, if you can just link the photos on Discord, just because like I have it set to show Discord, it'd be a lot of switching back and forth. So, what do we got here? I mean, this is fucked up already. Nah, bro, you shook this 110%. Who is this? Oh, honey? I think that's on par for the worst one I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, these GMK trays, they are terrible. Absolutely. This box was hecka banged up. So honestly fair. Oh, yeah, dude, that does not look like it shipped well at all. I mean, not much you can do. Dragon Witch. When did this come out? Fuck, there are so many things I don't even remember that released. Ain't no way, bro. The Whataburger next to the Kohaku. That's a really nice red, though. Holy shit. That is, like, such a good red for the weight. I don't know if it's the camera just kind of also saturating that a little bit, but... Sick. Came in such nice packaging, but was still messed up. Oh, this does look like nice packaging. I mean, it is what it is. It was only a little mess up. That's a nice keycap set, actually. I like that, Zany. Are Kohakus just openly available, or did I miss that train? I think there's so many on the market right now that it's kind of like you can probably pick one up. Holy shit. I mean, okay. At this point here, are we all in agreement there's a particular charm of opening up GMK sets to see all the keycaps scattered everywhere, and then scratching your head wondering why they just didn't save money and put this in a plastic bag and ship it in a brown box? We're all in agreement, right? It's like a charm that you're just kind of like looking at now, right? I think so. Yeah, the bottoms are always perfect. It's like a gotcha with their packaging. Yeah. GMK Vamp showed up pretty good. This one probably moved around a bit, especially an older set. I mean, dude, that's impressive. Definitely impressive. Oh, Vamp's a nice set too, actually. Definitely impressive it came in like that. Ooh, look at this picture. Is this a backdrop you're using, Hamburglar? Or is this some actual, like, stone that you have somewhere? If so, that's an excellent background that you can use. Yeah, this kind of looks like vinyls. I wonder where he got his from. I'm always on the hunt for good vinyls. I found a decent website, but they're like based in like Sweden or something, and it costs an arm and a leg to get to me. Kind of hoping to find one in like Canada or something. Oh, Zany, you have a nice tattoo. Is this yours? Damn, you guys are showing off tattoos now. Oh, damn, that's pretty sick too. It looks fresh as fuck though. I think I DM'd you the site where I got them from. Did you, Gran? I have to double check afterwards. Honestly though, I have to admit, this is a fantastic picture. Super, super nice. The lighting on this, I love the natural lighting look. So nice. A few pics from the past few weeks I've taken. This looks cozy. Very, very cozy. Gawk Lily with GMK Noir. How does Anit have all these like really sick boards? It makes you wonder, right, bro? Makes you wonder. And it robs banks? Bro, right? I don't know. I wonder, dude. He secretly Adam? I mean, I didn't want to say it out loud, but like, you know who else has won a lot of boards? Adam. And we've always kind of theorized that they were the same person. So, it's sus, right? And it Geo 1? Weird, right? Didn't want to say it out loud, but it is what it is. It's really nice though, and it's really cool. Really cool looking. Bull? Mine's lost in the mail right now. Fucking sadness, bro. Mine is somewhere in the mail system right now. Vintage NTC? Ooh. Look how dirty it is. God damn, that's disgusting. But God damn, that's fucking disgusting, dude. I'm getting off this one before I yak. Alright. Let's take a look at this. What do we got here? Who's this from? Big Max? More photos from the vacation? Is it you? I guess it was vacation, right? I don't know if it was a vacation or like a business trip or you're visiting family or something. Very awesome, dude. Love that. It looks so cool. See, I don't even want to scroll back up. Some food pics. Honestly, it looks so good right now, dude. I can go for... Oh, that looks good too. Fuck. I am now hungry. Remember I told you guys before I wasn't hungry? That is super cute, actually. That is super... Oh, there's more videos. Let me turn down some of these. Kind of loud. Oh, is that like the conveyor belt thing? I'm glad you... I mean, it looks like you had a good time. So... That is awesome, dude. I'm super happy for you. Revolving sushi bar, good. I want to go one day. Ooh. Interesting cable. So this is a Key Cult Zero. Very interesting cable, actually. Okay. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, that's okay. 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 No, that's good. That was a good one. Honestly, that was pretty good. That shipped good. That shipped well. Also, new lens in Sydney trip. Damn, you got an M11P now? God damn, Forg. Did you post anything else? Which version of 35 is this? Is this the new one? Dude. Didn't he have like a different M11, or didn't he have a Q before? He got an M11P? That's actually the one I want. I would love to trade in mine for a P, but the trade-ins are not worth it. I mean, honestly, always good photos from Fork. We love them. Always nice pics. I am jealous about the M11P though. Super, super nice. I like the text on the top, like the scroll text on the top looks super sick. Oh, more of zany stuff. I hope this one here isn't as disgusting. I mean, that's sick. Oh, is this the one that came in recently, Zany? Like the other day you were telling us about? And then we have Cheeseman with some Tet photos. Ooh, very moody photo. I like this. Very moody. I like these photos a lot, Cheeseman. Get the fire and 100. Let's get all 3 emojis there. Quasar. We have a Neo keyboard here. The CU series. Look at those lines, bro. The lines are so good on this. Is this an MTNU set? MTNU, yeah, granite. Dude, this looks good with MTNU on it. I like that a lot. The TED is a really cool board. Yeah. I feel like that keyboard is about to let me know about the divorce. Regular photos in a hot minute. Let's see, what do we got here from Cheese Man? Just some ooh, little bird. Actually, that's a nice photo. There's something nostalgic about this picture. That's nice too. Nice cute sunset with a silhouette. Arc with vibrato. Good pairing. Arc mentioned. We have Blue Gray Lily with Grand Prix built with Zaku's. Oh, it's so nice. You have a sound test too? Dude, the Lily is so good. It's so nice. I really like this, Frank. This turned out great, dude. Yeah, I definitely have to start using Grand Prix a bit more. Dune 65. Honestly, that's a pretty good color pairing. I would have never thought to do this. I would have been too scared. I like that a lot, actually. It looks good. 100 on that one. I think it goes well because it kind of shows the accents on the side of the, somewhat similar colors. So, ooh, this is cool. Yeah, that is very nice. Very nice pairing on that one there too. Love that Cass. Dynamic has, ooh, Boomerang. Oh, we got 2 different boards here. What's this one here? I don't know what this one is. And then are these Fuji's? I want to say. These are nice though. Really nice. I like the blue. That is a kind of a rare instance of a light blue that I actually quite like. Glacier? Is that a glacier? You're right. Those are glaciers, I believe. You're right. And then our last one, which we're going to pin, and we'll take a look at. Where's the pin? Pin message. Cheese gets the pin for today. Beige Fun. He pull up. Hey, you got him wet, bro. He do pull up, though. Is it raining where you are? Also, any key? Is that any key? You're right, it is. That's very nice. Alright, guys. I hope you guys had a good time on stream today. Fun little Star Wars themed build. We'll do the duality once we actually get it in, because, like I said, UPS is kind of holding it hostage a little bit. Let's go find someone to raid. Thank you, Alex. No, thank you guys for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. Let's go see who is online. Nope, that is not their Switch. We can raid Jay. Marshmallows' stream. Let's raid Marshmallows. There's like so many people on today, which is pretty crazy. Alright, everybody. I'll be streaming the Seabass tomorrow. I know everyone's been asking for that one there. I'm pretty excited to build it. Everyone's been saying that one there's been like a hyped up board they've been looking for. So that's tomorrow's build. And then the rest of the week we have lots of other builds, so be sure to tune in. Actually, this week's gonna be a pretty just like a crazy week for builds too. So I will talk to you guys later. Love you guys and have a good one. And say hi to Marshmallows for us. Bye everybody and see ya.